Well, I'd like to thank everybody at EFL for the opportunity to present today. My name is Amy Ripka, and I am the CEO of Therapeutics, and we are the mitochondrial network experts. Our mission is to discover new ways to treat diseases of the brain, and we're focusing first on Rett syndrome and Parkinson's disease. We raised a seed round of 4.3 million. The lead investor was the Engine up here in Boston, and we're currently raising our $40 million Series A. We have a management team that's heavy on industry experience. All of us have put drugs into the clinic. We understand the drug discovery process all the way through IND enabling and clinical entry. And our scientific advisory board is filled with experts, both in areas that are crucial for us, neuroscience, Parkinson's, Rett syndrome, as well as functional experts in the areas that our targets are focused. I don't think anybody would argue that neurological diseases are very underserved. These are huge markets. Rett syndrome is an orphan disease, but its estimated market is greater than $1 billion. There are no known treatments for Retts that have been approved in any area of the world. So huge unmet medical need, as well as for Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. So how are we addressing this problem? So Lucy has a unique multiplexed mitochondrial target identification platform. And what this does is allow us to select better targets by focusing only on targets that have a heavy connection both to clinical symptoms and to mitochondrial deficits that are associated with the disease. And you may say, well, why isn't everybody doing this? But amazingly, a lot of people focus very narrowly on targets that only deal with a specific part of the disease. And so our platform allows us to avoid that issue. So for a given disease like Parkinson's, we look at all the clinical symptoms. We've noticed that many of the organs affected have direct impact on mitochondrial function. In fact, these organs are most reliant on mitochondrial function. And we also identify the disease-specific mitochondrial deficits. We then, in an iterative process, look at a whole variety of targets and basically select the ones that have the highest connections and the ability to reverse either the disease-specific mitochondrial deficits or the clinical symptoms. So upon final target selection, we then test compounds that we've developed in-house, our proprietary compounds, against the target in cells that are relevant to patients, iPS-derived neurons, organoids. We can look at normal and stress conditions, and we can also monitor for feedback loops, which can be very problematic in drug development. And so part of the drug testing process is looking at these compounds in our mitochondrial testing network. We look at a lot of different areas of mitochondrial control, and we're able to reverse more than one of them, which is very important. So what I'm showing here is our first program for Parkinson's disease. We've selected a target, and on the left, you can see this target is involved with multiple mitochondrial impairments that are also involved in Parkinson's. And on the right, what you see is our compound LucyTx, which is an inhibitor of our mitochondrial target we call X, selectively improves 4 key areas of Parkinson's dysfunction: Parkin recruitment, mitophagy, alpha-synuclein accumulation, and biogenesis. For our second program, Rett syndrome, we've developed the same thing, basically GPCRX activators that improve not only multiple Rett symptoms, which include seizures and respiration, but also many of the mitochondrial abnormalities that are seen in Retts. Our approach offers a more selective, effective, and safer candidates for drug development. We have compounds that selectively affect only diseased mitochondria and do not affect all mitochondria, including healthy mitochondria. This gives us a big safety window for the clinic. Our compounds also, we believe, will be more effective since they're really addressing the central pathologies instead of a limited pathology correction. And this is the use of proceeds for our raise. It's a $40 million Series A. We have about 10 million committed from insiders. We're looking for about 10 to 15 million to fill out this round. Here you can see the important milestones. Basically, this will get us through phase 1 trials in Rett and Parkinson's, and you can see the milestones that we're looking to achieve in 2021 and 2022. And thank you for your attention.